Hi everybody, Neil with 21st Century Equipment. Today we're talking about the John Deere 1025R TLB. And that means tractor, loader, backhoe. This is a factory installed package that you can order. Don't worry, it does still come with the 3-point arms for the back. They come as a separate box that you put together when you take the backhoe off. We have a great video that shows how to remove that backhoe safely, so make sure you check that out. Today we're talking about safety on this John Deere 1025R TLB. Like all John Deere products, there are warning stickers around. This one here that my hand's on warns about not picking up things that are too heavy, specifically round bales. If you need to move round bales, the 1025R is not the right tractor for it. John Deere goes so far as to put a sticker on there to tell you that. As well, don't carry people in the bucket. Down here, we've got a notice about not doing work underneath the loader. If the loader is elevated, unless you've put a safety lock on the cylinder here, don't get under it. There's no reason to. You can access all your maintenance with the loader on the ground, or better yet, this is a 120R quick park loader. Go ahead and remove the loader if there's something you want better access to. Remove that, just get it out of the way. Don't ever get under it. Also, warnings here on the buckets about the safety pins and how important it is to actually pin your attachments on. You don't want that attachment to bounce off as you were traveling. Then you either drive over it or perhaps it even falls back on the machine. Whatever the case, nothing good's going to happen from that coming loose. So don't do it. Make sure you put your safety pins in. Now, because this is a backhoe, there are some unique stickers on here. One of the big things though that I want to tell you about is these stabilizers right here. I'm going to start the machine, I'll show you how to operate them, and I'll show you why it's so important to be safe around them. I went ahead and folded the seat forward on the tractor. Now I'm going to fold the seat of the backhoe into place to give me access here. Now there is a safety catch, one on each side, that locks these stabilizers up. Two things on that. One, it's important to have these locked into place so that as I'm driving, one doesn't accidentally bleed down and I don't even realize it and I'm knocking down mailboxes and whatever else might be next to me. But then the other is just to make sure that somebody doesn't bump a control. So I'm going to go ahead, these small controls here in the middle control these stabilizers. I pull back and it raises that up. So I've taken the pressure off of here. Go ahead and lift that lever, then start putting it down. Again, I'm keeping my feet out of the way. Look at that edge right there. You don't want a foot or any part of your body underneath that when it gets on the ground. So that's the stabilizer in place. Got a step here, like we talk about on all the safety videos. 3 points of contact. So I've got 2 feet on the ground, one handle here and a handle here. So I'm going to make sure I've got 2 hands, 1 foot up, then I can go ahead and step in. Now I'm going to do the other side. Raise the lever back. Again, pull back on these levers to raise these stabilizers and then push them down. The temptation might be to go ahead and operate this machine without the stabilizers down. And the conversation you're going to have with yourself is, this is just going to be a minute. I won't be long. I'm just doing 1 shovel full of dirt. Please don't do it. You need to have the stabilizers in place to make this machine safe and stable to operate the loader. There's some more unique features that come with the backhoe attachment on these. One is this center pin. See, my hand just pulled that out. The good news is we gave you a place to put it right here over on the side. That locks this backhoe from moving side to side. So again, I've pulled that out of the way and now I can swing this backhoe left and right without it in place. Again, same thing, when I travel with this unit, I'm going to want to make sure that I'm traveling with that pin in place. And finally, this lever right here locks this large boom up against the machine. We just don't want things happening that we don't know about. I'm going to go ahead and pull back on this lever right here. That's going to raise this lever, this boom back towards me, pull up, and now I'm ready to operate this machine. So again, be safe when you're operating this backhoe. Leave your stabilizers in place. Make sure you have your bucket on the ground on the front. Make it as stable a platform as you can possibly have. Now you might notice that there's no seat belt on this backhoe attachment. And that's correct. There is not a seat belt. I'll be operating the backhoe attachment. I'm not going to be driving the machine from this seat. So stabilizers down. This is the safest way I can operate this unit. So no seat belt on these guys. The seat belt stays with the seat up front. To put this back into transport mode, it's just like the opposite direction. I pull the boom back. I'm going to go ahead and put this loader in place. I'll look and see that my pin lines up. If it doesn't, I'll go ahead and make some minor adjustments to get that pin into place. Now the last one, I always do this one from the seat. I do the left one from the seat. This one still has my step, so I'm going to get up. It is kind of backing off of it, but make sure you keep your hands and feet under control. Once I'm down on the ground, I'll pivot around, go ahead and raise this stabilizer up. The latch falls into place, and we're ready to go on to the next part of our job. Let's talk about safe operation of this 1025R TLB. So as I go to get on the operator seat, of course I've got a grab handle here, steering wheel here, 3 points of contact, up into the machine. Pull my seat belt out, of course connect it. This unit is a little bit unique because of the backhoe attachment, in that it's really difficult to fold the ROPS on this unit while the backhoe is on. So anytime I'm operating this machine, with the backhoe attachment, I'm going to have my seat belt on. But if I go to remove the backhoe and operate it as just a regular tractor with a loader, put my 3-point arms on, I can fold this ROPS down, in which case John Deere is going to have us not wear the seat belt if I'm operating the machine with the ROPS folded back. Okay, with the ROPS folded back, no seat belt. ROPS up like it is right now, absolutely wear your seat belt. The reason they don't want you to wear your seat belt with it folded down is if you were in a bar ditch or something like that and the machine were to flop over on its side, without this protective structure, they want you to be able to roll away from the machine when it falls over on its side. But with this in place, the safest place to be is here in the seat, strapped in safely. And really, you only want to fold this ROPS when absolutely necessary. A couple of instances I can think of, if I was mowing under lower trees and I needed to have the ROPS folded down, great, please do that. Let's make sure we're using your tractor. But if you are doing that, operate slowly and safely, because again, we want to make sure you get done with the job successfully and safely. Some might call it a feature or a benefit, and that is the tilt steering wheel. Again, our 1025R tractor loader backhoe in this case has factory tilt wheel. That's nice to be able to adjust it. So if you're taller or shorter, you may want it further forward or where it's just right. But again, easy to reach, easy to hold on to the steering wheel and operate the machine safely. So now let's go ahead and I'll show you how to start the machine and operate it. So I've got my machine in neutral here. If I were to have it in low or high range on the hydrostat, when I went to start it, it will not start. But instead, what's going to happen is the LCD screen is going to give me a warning that says shift to neutral. So I want to make sure this control for the hydrostat high and low range is in neutral. I put my foot on the brake just as a force of habit. Of course, make sure the machine won't move on me even though it is in neutral. So turn the key, wait for the glow plugs to cycle, and then as soon as they're ready, turn the key and start the machine. Now, oh, I forgot a tool. I got to grab it in the barn. And I'm going to jump off this machine. Safety switch. If you have this machine in high or low range on the hydrostat and you get out of the seat, it is going to turn this tractor off. And that's just a safety feature to make sure that while you're out of the seat, that nothing happens. Now, it is possible with the parking brake set and with the unit in neutral to get out of the seat and move something if you were mowing, whatever the case may be, and get back in. But if I've left it in low range or in high range, this machine's going to turn off. The John Deere 1025R TLB tractor, loader, backhoe is a great tool, and it's a safe tool. If you have questions though about how to operate the unit or anything related to safety, please reach out to us at one of our 21st Century locations. We want to get your questions answered so that you can use your machine every day to get the work done that you need to do.